Guys, I have somebody really, really special with us today morning. This is Pooja Baid, who has given Calcutta not one, not two, but three of my favorite places to go to. Piccadilly Square, the Chutney Company, and the latest that makes my heart sing, Drumroll Roastery Bespoke Coffees, which for a caffeine addict like me is manna from heaven.
Absolutely. Months back, we have been live from Drumroll Roastery there, and it was a lovely experience, and the array of coffee and the flavors, I mean, like, it just lingers in my mind still now. Welcome, Pooja.
Hi, thanks a lot for that introduction. It's really a pleasure to be here, and it's my first time on radio, so I'm super excited.
We are excited too to have you over, Pooja, and just tell us something about your journey. From where did you start off, and just as today, where you're here?
Okay, so basically, I loved food ever since I was a little kid. So, you could give me an orange stick and bribe me to do whatever you wanted to do. It was like that. And when I was a kid, I told my dad I want to be an ice cream man someday. I want to have an ice cream cart and sell ice creams. But of course, that didn't work out because I was quite academically inclined also. So I went ahead, studied further and stuff. Came back and joined my dad's business. And I really still wanted to eat a lot of the stuff which I like. So, I studied in Nottingham, which is in UK. So I got exposed to things like crepes and waffles and pancakes. Back in 2008, that was nowhere to be seen in Calcutta. And being a strict vegetarian, I was looking out for eggless ones. So I couldn't find it anywhere. So by the end of it, I was like, you know what? Let's just start making it if it's not available anywhere. So I was working with my dad 11 to 8 with him. At night, I was working on my own project to kind of start something of my own. So once I knew that, okay, we are somewhere there, I said, okay, now let's just take a small space, invest a little bit of my savings, and then just start small.
And the drum rolled, right?
Yes.
And Calcutta got Piccadilly Square, which till date makes some of the finest and best vegetarian food. Even a hardcore non-vegetarian like me jumps to go and eat there, Pooja.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And oh my God, their hummus. I could jump through a hoop for their hummus.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So, Pooja, there are always challenges. You wear multiple hats, like you said. You work in your family business as well, and you also now have an array of brands that you have actually over the last decade. Actually, it's a little over a decade, from what I understand, have sort of gifted the culinary fabric of the city. So, what are the challenges actually that you have encountered on the way? Because we all know that a restaurant is not just glamour. There's a lot of back-end challenges with anything from labor to sourcing to supply. So what were your challenges?
So to start with, I think I started really young. So my initial days, my first challenge, because in those days, you didn't have so many of these startups and things happening. Like 11 years back, the scene was very different. So if you had a 21-year-old with no experience coming to you and saying that you want to do something, you weren't taken very seriously. So I think that was one of my initial challenges. But I was very lucky also to find people who kind of invested in my passion for food. So they were ready to help me out, to teach me stuff which I didn't know of because my training wasn't in this field. And of course, the biggest challenge for me is myself, I think, because I'm constantly competing with myself to do better than what I've done before. So that was the case even when I was in school. So I would always do that. So I think that is my biggest challenge still, to kind of do something which I feel happy with at the end of the day.
That is a mark of a true perfectionist, that whatever you do, there must be always quality over quantity. And that's Pooja Baid with us. And we are going to carry on this chit-chat right after this break. Stay up to 91.9 Friends FM, frequency Friends Key. 91.9 Friends FM, frequency Friends Key. Hooked on to Friends, Kitchen Heroes of Hospitality, and we have Pooja Baid with us, and me, Arijit, and Rukshana. We are having a wonderful chit-chat with Pooja. Pooja, we were just talking about your journey to, the Piccadilly Square, the Chutney Company, and the challenges what you have encountered so far. But, how difficult is to balance as a woman, your work, your life, your personal life, and, of course, as you said, that you're more inclined to academics as well.
Yeah, it's quite a big challenge, especially because any festival, you are the busiest when the festivals are happening. Sure. So whether it's Diwali or Rakhi or whatever, when, you want to actually spend time with your family. But in the first couple of years, I realized that, in that time that I'm not spending with my family, I'm actually being a part of a lot more Diwalis and Rakhis by the gifts and the boxes that we're sending out. So that would really make me happy, you know, the fact that if I'm not doing a little small something, I'm doing a lot more with a lot more people and being a part of their celebrations. So that was, but still, you know, I've had a very supporting family, to be very honest. They've kind of understood my crazy work hours. In my initial days, my dad would actually stand outside till I wrapped up the cash till, because I was at the cash till at that time. So till 11:30, he would wait outside quietly till I finished my work and would take me back home. So they took out the time for me when I couldn't take out time for them. So and I'm truly grateful for that. But I do manage to find a lot of time with especially my close friends and family. So I think after 11 years, I've kind of understood how to strike the balance.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that, Pooja, actually, because I mean, for all of us who work in this industry, it's absolutely what you said. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also a huge privilege. And until you don't look at it as a privilege, you can't really enjoy it. Because, as you said, we sacrifice our personal time, our personal space, time with our dear ones. But then our reward is the smiles, the joy. And like you said, it's a beautiful thought, actually. It's a lovely way of putting it, that we end up spending so many people's Diwalis and Rakhis and Holies and Christmases and New Year's, and we get to be a part of so many celebrations rather than one. So the next time I'm grumbling when I'm working on a festive day, I'm going to remember that, Pooja. That was lovely, and this is why we call you a hero of hospitality, and which is why this entire show is, it's people like you who actually, you know, define what hospitality is all about. Thank you so much. That was lovely. Time now for a wonderful song. Stay hooked to 91.9 Friends FM frequency, Friends Key.
91.9 Friends FM frequency, Friends Key, hooked onto Friends Kitchen Heroes of Hospitality with me, Arijit and Rukshana, and we have Pooja Baid with us, where we are talking about a lot of coffee, definitely. And success is something which is not really easy. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work.
So, Pooja, by any definition, you're a success. 11 years, 3 very highly loved and reputed brands to the city, coming from someone who has absolutely no background, as you put it, in hospitality, just a passion, which is something that resonates very deeply with me, because, you know, I too don't have any qualifications to be a part of this industry, just my passion. And we're both blessed to be able to have converted our passion into our profession. So what is the success mantra for all those people out there who would want to do the same?
I think you should just follow your passion, I feel, and your instincts. So if there's something which makes you happy and you can make a living out of it, just do that.
Wonderful. Well, Pooja, you were just talking about your inclination towards academics and just that you're constantly learning every single day. So now from Piccadilly to Chutney Company, right here to in Friends Kitchen, we would like to have a recipe from you.
Sure. So we, you know, over the last 11 years have grown a lot as a brand and learned simultaneously. So I've been, I think, fortunate enough to get a chance to learn from some of the experts in the industry. So on a recent trip to Italy, I visited Bologna, which is the gelato university, to learn on gelatos. And on the weekends, I would pick up on the pasta and pizzas. So I'd like to share a recipe of a simple pasta dish, which makes me happy on a gloomy day, and I hope it makes you happy too when you toss it at home. So it's a simple thing called aglio olio, which basically means garlic and oil. So you just need to simply boil spaghetti. Don't overboil it. We want to keep it like al dente, which is like just about chewy. Take little nice extra virgin olive oil. Add some chopped garlic, fresh parsley, celery if that's handy. Or you could probably have like little pots kept in your kitchen windowsill if you want. It'll really enhance the taste of your pasta. And just toss that in. Let the garlic decolor a little bit, become slightly goldenish, and that's when you add the spaghetti to it. Some oregano, chili flakes, because most Indians like chili flakes in their pasta.
We love that fiery flavor.
But what makes all the difference is some Parmesan cheese.
Oh, lovely.
So and we are lucky enough to have that handy in most supermarkets now. So just keep that ready and you have a beautiful bowl of spaghetti ready to enjoy on any evening. Yeah.
A bowl of comfort food and a happy food.
Yeah.
So as to say. Well, that was lovely. And we'll be right back with Pooja. Me and Rukshana are right here on Friends Kitchen. Only on 91.9 Friends FM frequency, Friends Key.
With Arijit and Rukshana.
91.9 Friends FM frequency, friends ki hooked on to Friends Kitchen Heroes of Hospitality with me Arijit and Rukshana, and we have Pooja Baid with us, and we are talking about a lot of coffee. And definitely just a few minutes back we were blessed to have a lovely recipe from Pooja, which is her comfort food. But now it's time for fun facts.
So Pooja, the one thing that makes all of us very happy is food, and I know that you and I bonded deeply over both food and coffee, and of course Piccadilly and Chutney Company are two of my favorite places to eat. But now we're going to have some fun for our viewers. So I'm going to shoot a few questions at you. 3 people you would like to invite for dinner. Anybody, living, dead, celebrity, a beloved family member, anybody.
Can I make that 4?
Oh, well, you can.
Okay.
We'll do a 3 plus 1. Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely want my grandfather to be there. Now he's not there with me physically anymore, but I lost him on the year we started Piccadilly Square, and he was one who always encouraged me a lot. And back in those days, he used to tell me that one day, Pooja, your name will come out in the paper and you'll remember me then. And I actually think of him now, when it happens and he's not there to see it in the newspapers or anywhere else, for that matter. So I would definitely ask him to join the dinner. One celebrity chef who I'm really inspired by, even when we weren't in this business, is Ritu Dalmia. And if I could, I would love to invite her, because somewhere I think she connects with food the way I like to connect with food. And the one plus would be my niece and nephew. So they are pretty much a part of everything I do every single day. So I don't think the dinner will be complete without them.
That makes a perfect table.
Yeah.
And they are adorable munchkins. I have the privilege of meeting both of them, and that sounds like a lovely table
Tanishka
indeed.
and Tanush. Yeah.
Yes. So what's your favorite dish, Pooja? A restaurant dish?
From Piccadilly Square?
From anywhere, no. If you go to a restaurant and you order a dish.
My current favorite is the Philadelphia cream cheese dim sums.
Ah, mine too. Lovely. And what would your favorite foodie city in the world be? In the world that you have visited or?
London.
Wonderful. So I know that you like junk food and street food as much as I do.
Yes.
What's the favorite?
Puchkas.
Oh yes.
Hands down.
Absolutely, hands
Everybody's
down.
voting for Fuchka only.
And what's your favorite ghar ka khana? If you have to have a comforting meal at home, because
Gajar ka halwa.
Gajar ka halwa?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. And what would your favorite beverage be? I know the answer to that, but I'll ask anyway.
Coffee and more.
Yeah, me too. So, if you had to eat one dish every single day for 1 week, choose a dish.
Ali olio.
Lovely. And she said that recipe with us.
Absolutely.
Makes me want to eat it for a week for sure. Okay, when it comes to chocolate, name your preference. Dark, milk or white?
Dark.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Pooja. That was very yummy indeed. And over to you, Rajit.
Absolutely. Just we are knowing Pooja, the other side of Pooja Baid, who is right here on Friends Kitchen. So Pooja, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Your inspiration or your idol?
My Jainism teacher, Dr. Manju Nahata.
Best piece of advice you have ever received from someone?
Do what you're doing.
Your spirit animal?
Owl.
If you could have one superpower, what would you choose?
I don't mind hanging on buildings the way Superman, Spider-Man does.
Okay, you want to do a bungee jumping kind of stuff also?
Then she'll be falling off the building, Arijit, not hanging from it. So we have a budding spider woman in Pooja here.
Yeah, the Spider Woman. Correctly said. Your favorite day of the week?
Sundays.
Are you a night person or a morning person?
Day person. I don't get up too early and I don't sleep too late.
Lovely. And that was Pooja Baid with us, and it was lovely talking to you. And Pooja, what would you like to say to the listeners of 91.9 Friends FM who have tuned in right now?
Thanks a lot for joining us in this little conversation, and I wish you all the very best in pursuing whatever it is that makes you happy.
It's lovely to have you over.